Big facts. Big facts. I want to just give you a small. So, if you are near Texas, or if you know anybody in Texas, there are plenty of resources being passed around right now. Um, gonna just leave this in the stream. If you need help, please go to Beto O'Rourke's page. If you know anybody who's in Texas who's struggling, please lead them there. There are resources. I do wish everybody in Texas well. I just need to make a point about something, and I can understand like talking about it makes it sound like it's something objective and people are not going through it. This is a disclaimer. Just letting you know, I do feel for the people of Texas. New York's been through that Hurricane Sandy. Shit was wild. I'm gonna leave that up while I do this. It's going to be super short, probably only a couple minutes. All right. Nobody in their right mind is saying that Texans deserve to be going through what they're going through right now. People are dying. People are going to die. There's a lot of like oxygen like support that's low, EMS, like we're talking hospitals, everybody without power, like all that shit. Everybody in their right mind right now needs to realize that you've probably seen over the last couple of days something about the Green New Deal being the fault of this, or renewable energy being the fault of this. I want to make this absolutely clear. That's why is Chun-Li trending. You know. All right, damn, bro, you breaking the segment. All right, I'm fucking ignore chat when you're talking. Just get the point out first. We're gonna look at it right after this. I'll promise you that. I could fuck with the schedule a little bit. I could fuck with the schedule a little bit. So fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So green energy. That's propaganda. You are witnessing American propaganda. If you see anybody over the next couple of weeks, months, even a year, talk about how green energy, renewable energy, solar panels, wind turbines, windmills, like were the cause of like the blackout, that's a lie. I can show you right now why that's a lie, but like it's numbers. I believe, let me see if I can get this off the top of my head. I believe windmills and solar power only accounted for like 6 to 10%. I know it's one of those numbers of the entirety of the system's failure. Like a good 60% of it was gas, like gas pipes freezing because there's liquid in there needed to pass the gas through the pipes because of the moisture that comes when it's cold. They did not winterize their system. There are tens of hundreds of places that are in the freezing cold, like Antarctica, for example, that use windmills. Like that's not, no. That's the simple part about it. I hate doing segments like this in short form where I just give you the facts and like, cause I feel like you need like to understand why I even care about it and why you should care about it too. This is a literal moment in our objective history where this is too obvious to not notice. So what that means is, or what I want you to take away from that, is that I want you to think back to every time the hippies, they just want clean earth and all that. And when we went into the 2000s and we were talking about global warming, whatever, oh, that's just pseudoscience. Oh, humans don't have an impact on the earth. Like, stop pushing that. You just want to ruin the oil and coal industry, blah, blah, blah. There's even a whole thing that John Oliver did, which is the episode I worked on, by the way. Where he even like bombasts Bill Murray, which is a Bill Murray. Is it Bill Murray? I think it is Bill Murray. Not the actor. But anyway, he lambasts him for literally giving propaganda about the coal industry. This is proof that we are not prepared for any climate disaster. This is for all you fucking weirdos out there that love to talk about apocalyptic events and like what you would do in that case. Like this is a trial run if like somebody offloaded the entire grid. Like this is a trial run for an apocalypse type setting, and nobody's prepared to survive. Nobody's prepared. Nobody's ready to flip over in 3 days and be like, all right, I'm preparing my journey to venture out into I'd like safe houses, people you can trust, weapons, buildings like from the ground up. Nobody's prepared for that. Barely anybody knows how to grow. Barely anybody knows how to create electricity. You can't even build a generator. The parts are out there. You'd have to scavenge for them. You really wouldn't. There's no, you're not ready for like an apocalyptic event. You're not ready for a true natural disaster. So cool. Now we are quite aware that all these fucking soy boys. No, I'm not even calling them soy boys because that's I'm using that term ironically against them, but it doesn't work. And that line doesn't work here. That line doesn't work here. All these LARPers, like Texas is a big gun state. I'm glad you bought all those guns because like, what are you gonna do? Shoot the fucking snow? That's a cliche line. I'm sure everybody said that already. It's extremely weird to me that they would pick literally 24 hours after the hurdle has reached a certain peak to then say, "Oh, look, it's the socialist fault." I don't. How you get there, bro? How you get there? How on earth did you get there? I don't know. But you're gonna hear a lot about it, and you're gonna hear about how like the future doesn't understand what they're gonna discredit Greta Thunberg. They're gonna discredit AOC. They already tried. They're already doing it now. They're gonna absolutely shit on the Green New Deal, and they're gonna use that as propaganda to get reelected. Which is why I led this story in about Ted Cruz. So Ted Cruz, Governor Abbott, that Texas mayor that went off. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but a Texas mayor pretty much said the government isn't here for you to help you. Like, go help yourselves. He was really like scathing. That's an old story, so I'm just bringing that up real quick. I feel like the most important point I can press upon you when it comes to this propaganda is that I need you to notice who's in charge that left their state like that. Hundreds of opportunities to fund it, and they were like, no, we want our own power grid so that way we don't have to deal with government regulations. Now they're spinning it into, see, we need to deregulate more and we could have avoided this crisis. They're doing this all for money. And what sucks about that is like, people die over the sake of money. You know, I was just playing Final Fantasy X a few nights ago, and was that last night? No, it was a few nights ago. I don't remember anymore. I don't. My days just be going, bro. Like at this point. Fuck. I was just playing Final Fantasy X, and there's a scene that I got to where you can lend somebody gil money, and we did because the game comes with cheats, so we did a cheat for the infinite gil, not infinite, to max out your gil because like that's like a pointless thing to be going to look for when all I care about is the story. Like I could cheat my way through the whole game if I wanted to. I just care about the story. Like it's about the story. I burned my Final Fantasy brain out over a 7 remake, which is a great game that I'd love to play again because damn, that shit is fire. Yeah, time doesn't exist anymore. I'm gonna talk about that a lot during the poetry segment. So yo, they did that. They left their state like that, and a Green New Deal, if we were actually enacting it, would help out in situations just like this so much more. Which leads me to the point I was trying to make before I cut my own self off. I know how hard it is to ask people to organize, but if you're noticing these things happening in your state, I probably will be. Thank you. Thanks for coming. I should have streamed earlier. Anyway. Anyway. Please help vote these people out. Because at this point, they're making it quite obvious and clear they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about nobody. It's about money. And money will not be there when everything crumbles. So please do me a favor and if you hear about a progressive candidate or you hear about somebody who actually cares about people and their track record backs that, take some time out of your day and go vote for them, please. I know how somber I'm making that sound, but like, at this point, like, I can't see myself. Like my entire like point of view when it comes to this like social shit is I feel like everybody should be afforded. I cut myself off in the middle of that Final Fantasy story, didn't I? Shit. Anyway, in the game we maxed out the guild and there's a guy you could loan it to, so we kept loaning him money because it was like, yo, like I'm giving you mad bread, like I want to see you like succeed because he's good. It's a loan, so he's supposed to give it back to us, but like I could do that. I could afford to give you mad money. It's weird how we have people who can afford to do that and don't. Anyway, yeah, go vote for them. That's my piece on that.